As 2021 winds down and everyone raises a glass to toast in the new year, we thought we'd get it a little bit early start.
Yes, and this is actually a special Scotch that I brought home from Scotland a couple months ago. I actually poured this myself at the Glenkinchie Distillery.
Nice.
It's not a shot, just sipping whiskey, okay?
Sipping whiskey. Cheers, y'all.
Oh, God, that's good stuff.
Ooh!
Yeah, so this is actually a Scotch single malt that I bottled myself when we were in Scotland.
So how long is this whiskey aged before you can harvest it?
Oh, this stuff, this is 9 years old.
9?
Yeah.
All right. Is that pretty standard?
Yeah, 9, but I mean, you can get 18-year-old, 25-year-old. Everything gets a little smoother, but you know, they have what they call the angel share. The longer it sits in the barrel, more of it evaporates off. So there's a little bit less in the barrel by the time they get it. Yeah.
I love it. So you can't let it sit too long.
No.
We haven't talked too much about that trip that you made to Scotland when you left me here all alone at the shop.
I was thinking about
myself.
you guys all the time, man. Believe me, the longer I was gone, the more I was worried about the shop. I mean, check out the videos I made when I was there.
Do not believe that for a second.
All right, here we are on the Royal Mile in Edinburgh. Hope you're having fun back at work, Dale. Here we are, Deacon Brody's pub. What is it, 1 o'clock here, so Dale's probably just getting to work. Hope you're having a good time, buddy, because I am.
So, tell me why you go to Scotland.
All right, well, my mom's family are St. Clair's, which are Scottish clan, so I went to check out the old ancestral areas and see where we came from. It was really cool.
Oh, yeah. You took a kilt over. I saw a couple pictures. How often did you wear it?
Yeah, I probably wore it 4 or 5 days out of the time we were there. Certain people wear them at different times. Some people wear them all the time, other people for special occasions.
You know, it's like going to Disney World running the Mickey Mouse ears. Stick around. As we keep drinking this, I'm going to get funnier.
Let me try that again. I don't think I was recording. We are on the train from Glasgow to Edinburgh.
Where'd you visit? Where'd you go when you were in Scotland?
We went all over Scotland. We started in Glasgow, we took the train to Edinburgh, and we went to Rosslyn Chapel, then we took a 5-day bus ride up through the Highlands. We went all over the country and visited distilleries and drank as much different whiskeys as we could.
So other than the pubs, what was your favorite thing while there?
I like Rosslyn Chapel was really cool.
Right.
There's old ornate carvings all over the place, and you look at the stuff that they carved, and they didn't have tools like we have now. Everything was carved by hand and chipped out by stone, and even this many years later, after being worn down over time, they still look beautiful and ornate.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, and you compare that to Florida, and a 50-year-old house in Florida is all dilapidated, falling down, nothing's done, and these things have been up for hundreds of years. It's crazy.
It's amazing.
So what's special about Rosslyn Chapel?
Well, Rosslyn Chapel was built by one of our ancestors. It was a St. Clair who originally built it. They never actually finished the chapel.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that story. It was years and years, right?
Yeah, and next to it, we saw Rosslyn Chapel, which is still in good shape. They've taken care of it. Next to it was a St. Clair Castle, which is basically a pile of rocks now.
Really?
See, back in the day, when they weren't using the castles anymore, it's not like they fell apart or they got knocked over by a hurricane or something like that. It was they needed to build a barn, so they took stones from the castle. They already got the stones there. Why should they beat up more stones and dig them out of the ground? They just used the ones they already had.
Great idea. I wonder how the permit process went over there.
I don't think they had permits.
No, and then the permits. No. Just take these rocks and build this church out of it. But you're saying your relatives, so St. Clair's are relatives of yours.
Yeah, that's my mom's side of the family, the St. Clair's. And the thing is, like over here in the States, in Florida especially, it's like maybe a few hundred years of history. You know, back there they have hundreds and hundreds of years of history. You know, some of the things that are built there, they don't even know who built them. You know, they're so old. But it's just really cool to see that old history in the cemeteries. They've been burying people there for a long time, and apparently they're very proud of their burials. They want to have huge monuments built to them and stuff, and it was really cool. Well, the one hotel we stayed in Edinburgh was supposedly haunted. I didn't see any ghosts, but it was a little creepy with the cemetery was like right outside. Apparently they built the hotel on a cemetery. I mean, it was crazy. Some of the tombs are so old you can't even read the writing on them anymore.
Yeah, let's double back just for 1 second. Tell me about the hauntings.
Well, the desk clerk at the hotel told us that it was haunted. And then I walk outside the entrance, and there's a little plaque that says, here's part of a cemetery. So I walk up, and some of the tombs were actually built against the wall of the hotel. And then you walk down, and apparently when they built the road, they split the cemetery in half. So you go down from the hotel, across a big road, and then up the other side, and there's a, like, you know, even bigger than the part that's by the hotel. Huge cemetery, old tombs in there. And it was really cool. It was
So you
walking around there at
stayed
night.
right there on a cemetery site.
Yeah.
Didn't they see poltergeist? I mean, you're definitely not supposed to be building on a burial ground, a road, all that kind of stuff. That's just against the rules, man.
I don't know. It was a long time ago they did this, and I didn't see any bodies popping up through the floor or anything. And I don't know, maybe I drank enough whiskey to sleep through it, but I saw no ghosts. You all right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whew, this stuff is fire.
Yeah, that distillery was really cool. The Glen Kinchy went to, and when I poured this bottle myself, right, they have it's really cool. I bottled it. I got my name in the logbook and filled out the label, put it on myself.
That's
but
pretty crazy.
they made sure I got every drop out of that machine too. But I think that bottle was full to the top when I was done.
Rick was squeezing the machine, trying to get it, milking it, trying to get all the whiskey out. Is it whiskey?
I did
Scotch.
tap it a little bit.
Scotch. Well,
It's
I sure
Scotch
appreciate
whiskey.
you opening it up with me, man. That's really special, man. I like that.
That's some good stuff, man. It's going to save this for special occasions. We break it up.
Man, that is smooth, man. I tell you what. You ready for a little quiz? I think
Sure.
it's a whiskey quiz time. What do you think?
I know whiskey.
All right.
All right.
Put a little list together here. Does the United States have a national spirit?
Wow. I don't know.
You don't know.
I guess they probably do if you're asking me.
They certainly do, and it's bourbon. And it's bourbon because they did a congressional act in 1964 proclaiming that the national spirit of the United States was bourbon.
Oh, you know, Congress actually did something good for a change. I like that.
Exactly. Whoa, okay, what's the most popular liquor in the United States?
It's got to be whiskey because that's the most popular liquor everywhere.
Whiskey. Yep, rum is number 2. And can you tell me the most popular brand of whiskey in the U.S.?
Okay, I would have said one, but I know that's not even made here, so it'd probably Jim Beam or Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels, baby. That's the one.
It's cool you bring up that national spirits because that's kind of what our traveling has become. You know, we met our friends Mike and Kay Alfonso from Traverse City, Michigan. We met them on a beer tasting tour, Belgium and Germany.
Years ago.
Oh yeah, this is several years ago. Since then we've been to, let's see, we went to Costa Rica, which they make a lot of good rum, but for some reason we ended up drinking a lot of tequila. We went to Peru, which your national spirit is pisco, and we drink pisco all over Peru. It was awesome, you know. And then the last one was in Scotland, where we drank a bunch of whiskey and met a lot of good people. Well, that's one thing we found. Drinking in other countries gets you to meet a lot of the people. We go to the local pubs everywhere we go. We go to the tourist places to see it, but in the evenings we're looking for the local pubs to meet up with the locals and drinking what they drink and listen to the music they listen to and hanging out with them. It's a lot of fun.
Yep, drinking around the world with Rick Ream. You can write a book doing that, man.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, anyway. You keep going on this trajectory here. You ever do a whiskey tour in Kentucky?
No, I have not. No, but our friend Mark, he did, and he brought me some really good bourbons back from there.
Nice, nice. All right. Quiz number 2. Let's see what we got here. All right. What's the difference between Scotch, whiskey, and bourbon?
Okay, I know that one.
You do?
Yes, but having bourbon tastings and been to Scotch tastings, I mean, they're both whiskeys.
Okay.
Okay. Bourbon, a true bourbon, has to be made in Kentucky, and it has to be a high percentage of corn.
Really?
Right? Just like a true Scotch has to be made in Scotland, and it has to be mostly barley. So there's rules.
See?
You know, you can make a single malt anywhere. You know, you can make a bourbon-ish tasting whiskey anywhere else, but to be true bourbon, it's got to be from Kentucky.
I did not know that. Yeah, 95% of all bourbon is made in the state of Kentucky. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Wow. See, learning this is the educational program right here. He's not just a pretty face.
You know, that's a good idea. Our next YouTube channel, Drinking Around the World. I got the perfect host for that one.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, he probably would be a great host for that show.
And I got plans. We got, all right, my friends in Finland, they make this stuff called salmiakki.
What?
It's like vodka with a salty black licorice taste to it. Italy, the limoncello and the grappa. England, we get a bunch of gin. I mean, I can go on and on. You know, what do you want to drink?
Anyway, I don't think we have the travel budget for all that, you know, but I respect your enthusiasm for that. So while Rick puts plans together to bankrupt us, we'd really like to thank you guys for watching our present YouTube channel. All through 2021, we had some great episodes, we had a great time, and here's to bringing in 2022. We wish you guys all the best, and we'll be seeing you soon. We need to do videos like this more often.
I could try the Delmore.
That's freaking great.
This is amazing.
That's great.